Okay, that's good.
That's the one.
Okay, can you hear me?
I can, and a much better
Fantastic.
quality.
Excellent. Right, you should be able to see I'm streaming again now.
Oh yes, I refreshed and there.
Excellent. Right, see, there is stuff respawning here, so that's good news. Yeah, look at that. Got car parts respawning, so it won't be... Oh, fuck.
That isn't, is it? Is that?
That is,
It
that
is.
is,
I,
that is.
I can read the Jeepers creepers. I was not expecting that. I mean, wow.
Nice, nice. Nice, nice. Okay, that's great. So, that cost me some pants and stuff, but that's okay. Now make sure... Oh, do you know what? Yeah, now I've got it. Spark plug. Okay. So I've got everything I need for the car. So it's just a matter now of... Marker 2. I'm going to start deleting some of these markers because here 3 can go. Car can go. Marker can go. Marker 2 could go. Here 1 can go. And here can go. Why not? Let's just clean the map up completely. And then I believe here is where the other car is. Car.
Uh-huh.
And there should be a little symbol for it. There we are. Very nice. 3 kilometers away, and I've got to carry it. That's never good.
And the dog.
Yeah. Is
What
that
could possibly go wrong?
That's a light over there. Oh, it's the moon. Oh, wow. Okay, well that's good. Now all we need to do is get back to the car. Remember to fill it up with water. Oh dear. Just keep running. That's all I'm going to do. Just keep running. Hello. Bye bye.
Oh my.
I'm just going to keep running. I don't care.
Don't look back.
Yeah, nope. It's nothing going to happen. Nope. Nope, don't care, don't care. I'm not buying today, thank you.
Oh, come on, mister. I've got everything you need if you check it. Oh, is that the moon?
That is the moon up there.
Oh, right.
There, yeah.
Yes, oh, fish.
If anybody writes any messages in the side chat, let me know. Because I'm not watching the stream.
Oh, I'm scrolling down.
Try and...
I've got you big.
Oh, that's okay. That's all right.
Now, the question is, do I thumb this stream up?
Oh, well, now I did find the battery in this stream, so I'm
Oh,
just saying.
come on.
I'm just saying.
Well, let's see if you can get a working car
Okay.
and drive it safely somewhere and stop it under the use of brakes, for
Okay.
instance. And maybe we can't go handing out these thumbs up willy nilly.
Okay.
See, you've
That's a
got
challenge.
one
That
thumbs
is a
up already.
challenge.
Did you thumbs up your own stream?
Nope, I didn't.
Well, there's one here already.
Oh,
And it
okay.
isn't me.
That's cool. How many people are watching?
One.
Oh, okay. It's probably somebody came on, like Tommy or someone came on and thumbs it up and then left straight away.
You've probably got a bot that does it.
Oh, now that's, yeah. Oh. There we go. Plenty of batteries.
Oh. I hope you just throw the old one away.
I haven't thrown it away, no. I'm going to recycle it.
Good, good.
I don't want a thumbs down. Oh, it's a beautiful night though, isn't it? Look.
Lovely. The moonlight glinting off the zombies.
Give me the moonlight. Give me the zombies.
I'll leave the rest.
To my axe.
To my...
Oh, thank goodness. Ah! I'm not even going to bother searching on the way back. I know I've got a battery in the base as well, so it's really annoying. You know what I mean? Look at this, wheels galore. See, that's the real thing to try and find next. Is the truck. You get a massive truck in this thing that holds loads of barrels. Oh, might as well just have a quick look in here,
because you really want to die.
well, no, I'm just seeing what is in here. Okay.
It's closed.
Okay, so now I
Not
believe I'm in the wrong place. Alright, I go around there. So just follow the river this way around. Ooh. Oh.
There's no need to on the map. It's just navigated by the position of the moon.
You can, yeah. All the clouds, all the stars. Apparently the stars are real. Because they're real places, these maps. So you can look at the stars and go, oh look, Big Dipper there. You see it?
Oh no, I didn't.
There you go.
Sure.
It'll come up in a second. believe you follow the tail and it gets to the northern star or something, so you know where north is.
Oh, I think it's something like the yes, certain two stars point to the north, or to the North Star.
Yeah.
Well, that's the way you find the North Star.
But I don't know which one's which. You know, I'm an Aries, so we don't care about that kind of thing.
Well, yeah, same.
No, not interested. Sorry, not buying. Thank you. Bye bye. Oh, there's base. There's car.
Yeah, when you get it fixed up, just why don't you have a good old drive round with it, nice.
Yeah, I will. That's scary. But I will anyway, because, you know, I don't care. I'm Formula 1 driver, me. Oh, look, I'm running out of food as well. So I've got any... I've got no food on me either. I didn't think I'd be... I was just like, just drive up there, I've got plenty of food. No, I didn't think I'd have to run the map twice. I did leave some food somewhere though, didn't I?
You asking me?
Yeah. Well, I did in that tent.
Well,
There was a
you
tent somewhere.
did at one point. At one point, you were knee deep in that food.
Yeah.
That was days ago.
I really don't have any, do I?
I can't see any. You don't eat. You've got
No. Not even a can. Okay, well I'm only 1,000 meters away, so as soon as I get in the car I can drive back to base and eat.
Oh my god.
I should make it.
You're gonna go night driving.
Definitely. But I think I've got, cross fingers, at least one boxed headlight there. So I'm going to have one headlight at least.
I'm sure you picked up a couple the other day.
I did, but I put them back at base. Just like, well, I actually put them in the car that I crashed.
Oh, well, of course.
So it's like, oh, shit.
It's one step forward, two steps back in this fucking game.
Yep. But these of you don't think, again, I've played with a guy, what's his name, Woodson, American guy, really nice guy. And I played with him and he always had the right bit on him, you know, for the right moment, always. So he just kept loads of stuff on that you need for when things go wrong, basically.
And they sometimes do.
Yeah, and as they often do, of course. And it was a real pleasure to play with him as a result, because it's like, oh shit, I crashed the car. Oh no, I need to chop down this tree to get it going again. Oh, you got an axe? Oh, that's great. Oh, look at that, loads of vitamins, and I've got some. We'll just top those up to 50. Bing. Oh, shit.
No bag of chips hanging in the line.
This is going to be a problem, I think.
What, the food thing?
No, the zombies. The zombies are going to be, because it's like I've got to fix the car and get in it without getting attacked by a zombie.
Now, covers over the gang.
Yeah. Alright, well he's disappearing behind me, so that's good news. And of course I don't have fuel. The fuel was back at that place.
And you mentioned something about water?
Got water. I've been keeping the water on me. must be where I left the car. Oh, thank goodness. Right, okay. Yeah, you see,
Oh, look at that.
I've got no thing on.
hell.
Okay, let's do that. Let's put that in. Fill up that. That's great, that's good. I actually threw another thing, one of those away, which would have been very useful. Oh shit, I need to just get out. Oh, it turns it off automatically. Okay, that's good. Right, I wonder if I've got enough fuel to get back. Switch the light on.
No, let's see. Double high.
I've got no idea where I'm going either, but now I need to. So straight down, or turn left here, follow the road down. No, I want to go that way. Okay, I've got car noise going on, so I won't be able to hear you unless you speak up.
Okay. I was just saying you could go a bit faster.
I could, yes.
Go on. What could go wrong?
Don't know, I might hit. Oh my god, I hit something. I've already missed the turning, damn. Ah!
Just swerve into the turn.
See, this is a problem. If I keep missing the turning, it's a problem.
Oh, all road leads to Rome.
Yeah, that's true. I think this is the one. Okay, we're on our way. Shit me fuck.
What?
Yeah, I think that's not good. Right, let's find out. Where are we going? Straight on. Can't believe I crashed already.
I was thinking, why is it getting down to follow?
I need to be quick enough, right, so I don't run out of fuel. But I need to be slow enough so I don't mess the car up completely. there was a jerry can, but I can't remember. Oh, there's that car.
Great cloud. It's so fabulous.
I think I've gone the wrong way. I don't know. Yeah, I've gone the wrong fucking way. Ah. That's the other thing. Normally I'm playing with people, and one person like does the map and guides everybody around the map, while the other person just drives. But because I don't know this map, it's I really need that extra. Like, oh yeah, you go left here. Here it is. Straight on. Lots of signposts. Slow down.
See how close you can get to it.
Look, the Gunter's already fucked. Can't believe it. Something on the Gunter's already fucked. Gunter's the car. Golf, short for golf. So it goes, it's green there, and it's yellow there. Get out and have a look, but to be honest, I really just want to get home. This is where all the trouble started. wonder whether that will have respawned. I'm gonna just have a little looky here. This is where I found the Gunter originally, so maybe, just maybe, it's respawned. No, doesn't look like it. Found it right about here somewhere. Oh well, there you go. It's worth a try.
You're about to recognize it. Landmine. And then this is where I need to just do a little off-roading. Remember, just at the last moment, there's a dodgy bit of thing I've got to get through. Yeah. Yeehaw! On the home stretch. Oh wow, there's a big tunnel over there. Come and check that out. I thought I was speeding too much to get there. This road's fairly easy, I think. Oh, there we go. stressful.
Nearly there.
How fast did this car go?
Beg your pardon? You have to speak up because I got car noise.
How fast do these cars go?
This will do 160 kilometers an hour.
Come on! Come on!
Yeah, but you have to be downhill, long straight. So, no, I'm not even going to go close. I did 100.
I don't believe you.
I did 100. It's got 5 gears, so yeah.
Prove it.
I will tomorrow. Well, that was a real waste of fucking time. I should never have even bothered with that. I've already crashed the car, so that's just pointless. You know what I mean? Come on then, everybody have some fun. That log pile just keeps moving all over the shop. Just gonna drive around a bit until I've got all the zombies. There we go. Oh, I can now move the car indoors as well. That was the whole point of getting it all sorted out. Not to park it outside.
Wow.
In fact, we'll back it in because, you know. Oh, isn't that great? Back home again.
My God. It's like a Christmas miracle.
It is, yeah.
Oh, food as well.
Yeah, got food here.
Now we just need the straight.
See, the cunt is already
kill
fucked.
them.
That's what I'm annoyed about. Look. Maybe it's the engine that's messed up. Yeah, maybe it's the engine. Oh, that would be good news if it's just the engine. Because then I can just do this. No, it's not the engine. It said it was the engine just a moment ago. It's not that. Well, I don't know. That's all pristine. That's all pristine. That's all pristine. It's the fucking Gunter. I fucked the Gunter up already. I thought you're supposed to be able to fix them. Oh well, there you go. Never mind. Look at that Gunter. Some of it's like really bad. Badly damaged. If I crash it again, that's it. The car's gone again. Which is as bad as, like, that's why I went up to get the new car. There we go. It's just a little bit more.
Okay, now I thought that door was going to come off.
Yeah, no. Okay. That's the whole fucking point. All of that was just so I could do that. Fucking ridiculous. Oh dear.
Well, don't crash the car is my advice.
Ah, I hadn't thought of that actually. Yeah. Don't crash the car.
Don't crash the
Don't
car.
crash the car. Oh, okay. Don't crash the car. Crash the car. Don't crash the car. Don't crash the car. Oh shit. I think I'm gonna throw up.
Oh.
Right, let's just put everything away. Doesn't matter where it goes. We're gonna clean it up tomorrow.
Well, it's Sunday, isn't it, tomorrow? I mean, that's what Sundays are for. Oh,
Ah,
hang on.
what?
Titan Uranus is in the chat.
Ah.
Are you still there, Titan? I didn't know, Titan, that you're on this page. This thing.
Yes, yes, Titan's, he follows a lot of strange people around, including me.
No, you'll find these actually following me.
Oh, is he? Oh, yeah, good point, actually. Yeah. That could well be it. Hello, Titan. Thank you for dropping by. Always appreciate it. Remember to share and subscribe and like and all sorts of good positive things.
I just thought I had to actually scroll down to see if anybody's in the chat, and there he is, in the chat.
Oh, okay, cool. You might not be there now, but hopefully you
No,
are.
no, he is. He's been replying to me and everything.
Oh, cool. Cool.
Let's see. We'll go. In fact, I'll read them out while you do stuff.
Yeah.
He says, "Festivus miracle, hello all," and then responds, "I'm here." And I say, "Hello, Titan, Uranus." I typed it in even though I'm saying it, so that's ridiculous. And he says, "I am everywhere." And there's, "Hiya."
Yes.
And it says, "Is that your voice?" Yes, that's my voice. This is me speaking now, Titan. And the other fellow, the Cockney.
All right there. How you doing, Governor?
That'll be the other one. You must have heard my voice before, surely, Tight.
Well,
you know
yes.
what? He might not have though, because I don't actually do a lot of living.
You don't? No, that is true.
No.
I've got another one of those.
I'm going to stick that on theatre so I can have you both. Yes.
Well, if you wouldn't mind, if you could send Titan a Discord invite to this Discord.
Oh.
Is that possible?
Yeah. Have I got him on? Good, I think I have. I'll do that.
I think I can do it if you don't have him.
No. I'm kidding.
Okay.
We're in about 1 billion servers. We're in about 1 billion servers together now.
Yes, I was going to say.
I may have DM'd him. Yeah, I've only done a few live streams. Yeah. I'll what am I sending? Oh, I'm going to send you a Discord link if you wanted to join Titan.
It's basically my DayZ server, but I've I've got a channel on it for myself as well. So,
I'm a bit slow, so...
so handcuff keys, very nice.
Invite people. See, and I always edit them. Expire never. We'll give him 5 uses. Generate. Copy. Friends. Where is it? I've got so many friends. So many. Come on. In fact, it'd be easier if I just went to his bleeding Discord and picked him out there. So,
yeah,
yeah. Yeah.
The way I do it is normally just to send someone a message. Oh, why is it not?
Yeah, message. Oh, it might, yes. Paste. Pasted. Find it. Enter. Right, done. Oh, and he's typing in the typity thing. I'm going to read his DM.
Yeah.
When he gets there. Yeah.
That's amazing.
As soon as I said that, he stopped typing.
Right, I need to shoot something. I've just run them all over, unfortunately. So what? See, it says, oh, Gunter wheel. They see Gunter there, fine. Gunter hood, fine. Gunter here, fine. Gunter here, fine. Gunter here, not fine.
Mathematics, I'll be there.
It's just really bizarre.
Yeah, I think well, I've heard you a couple of times, Titan. Yeah, like that. Yeah. And that one that was Tog and Jill and people jumped on. And, yeah, I haven't heard you often. About 3.
Oh,
See, was. Oh, there you. Oh, thanks, lol. Fucking hell. I think he must have wrote more than that, but took him a while. Let's see if he... Oh, hey up. Hey up, there's somebody muscling in.
I beg your pardon?
He's just joined. He's in the Discord.
Oh, great. There you go. Hello, Titan.
Hello.
Hello. Hello, mate. You alright?
Oh, I'm doing well. Had a hot water pipe leak early today, but quickly and easily fixed, so...
Cool.
On one of the properties you look at, or at your actual place?
This was mine, unfortunately.
Yeah, well, that is the worst. That is worse, yeah.
Well, the owner came out and fixed it very quickly. He keeps patching these things. I'm not sure if some are there anymore. I think they're just a series of patches.
Okay.
He's one of those very handy people who does his own electrical wiring and plumbing and all that sort of stuff, but he's also approaching 80 years old, and I don't think see what he's doing anymore.
Oh, this sounds familiar.
Well, he's nearsighted and I'm farsighted, but I don't wear my magnifiers unless I'm reading normally. But when he comes over, I have to put them on because to see my face, he has to get so close that he goes blurry.
Yeah, I like it. Alright, so let's just fill this up.
So do you often spy on Simos? Tony?
A spy on what now?
Simos. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Do you often spy on?
Hey, yeah, I'm sorry. Wait, no, actually, I think I've been
You've been great.
up channel for a while now. I'll admit when they do the car races, I don't have much to say because I can't drive, so I don't know a damn thing about cars or My parents both raced cars, so
Oh,
you
wow.
think I know? Yeah.
But hang on. I thought all Americans had to drive.
No, I don't track motion, so my
Oh.
eyes are. It's not physical; it's neurological. Yeah, I'd be I'm legally allowed to drive, and if I was like, I live in a small town. If I just drove around the Old Town area, the historical area, I'd be fine. But I can't get on the highway because there's too much motion, and I get dizzy if I try to. As long when I'm in a car, I don't even look at the traffic because I'll get dizzy. So,
Right.
yeah.
What you need is an electric bicycle.
I've got a bicycle. Actually, it's had a flat tire for a while because with COVID, I don't go anywhere. So most of this year, it's been sitting in my bedroom, not even bothering to fix it. But
Yeah.
yeah, my bicycle, I mean, again, it's a really small town, and I never go more than about a mile or two anyway. I mean, so I have a little, I think it's called a beachcomber bicycle. It's just your basic, simple, no speeds, wide tires kind of bicycle. So I was doing a maintenance job. I do design work, and I did a landscape for a lady, a massive. Well, it's not that the yard was so big; it's that there was so much going on with it. There was a swimming pool and several different seating areas and all that. And the person who had owned the house before had just planted randomly, so it definitely needed to be torn out and started over with kind of an integrated look. And I don't do yard maintenance like lawn mowing or anything like that, but I'll maintain the yards that I design, especially the first year or two. A lot of times you're tweaking as you go, and
finding out what does go where, and will it actually grow in that corner, and
right. Well, and like this one was, she was right by the yacht club, so and she loves the water. So very easy. I put in some ground jasmine, some of that Asian jasmine as a ground cover. So she wanted no maintenance because it was a weekend house. It was larger than most people's houses here, but she only used it every other weekend. So she wanted no maintenance. So I put in Asian jasmine ground cover because you can maintain it, you can mow it and weed eat it, but it doesn't often, and it's you don't have to do it at all if you don't want to. And put her in some fruit trees. She was Dutch, so I put her in some orange trees and things like that. But there were little things that needed doing along. And then she sold the house after I did all that.
Wow.
I didn't know it at the time, but her garden in New Orleans had been in Better Homes and Garden.
Wow.
And it was one of the first jobs I got here, so she wasn't getting the yard done specifically to sell it, but the people who bought it were so excited because they thought that the yard had been done by the designer that did the yard. So I was very pleased that someone thought my backyard belonged in a Better Homes and Gardens. It was pretty, but it was not Better Homes and Gardens pretty. But they asked me to come. She hadn't had anything done in a while because she had the house up for sale. So they asked me to come take a look and clean some things up and just generally, get it kind of fixed up for the summer. Oh, gee, I just realized this was last summer, so it's been a year and a half since I've had that bike working. And I got on the bicycle to go home. And keep in mind, this is literally a mile from my house. I mean, I have to cross the highway, but it's not. It's Highway 90 on the Mississippi coast. It's a 2-lane highway, and she had a couple of banana trees back there, and the best way to dress up banana trees is with a steak knife. I just have an old steak knife because it cuts. The serrated edges cut through the leaves very smoothly and evenly up against the trunk if you have an old leaf with some brown or yellow on it. So I knew I had to do that. I got on the bicycle and started to ride, and I didn't get 3 houses from that house when I dropped. I had it in a bag. The knife fell out of my bag, hit the front tire in such a way that it caught in the spokes. So as it turned, it literally popped. I went literally over the front of the bike because it put on the brakes and popped the tire at the same time. Yeah, so I've not fooled with the bicycle since because I know I need to do more than just change the tire.
Yeah.
I'm also heading towards 60, so a bicycle. I might just, walk from now on. But
the banana tree, the atheist's nightmare.
Oh God, it's perfectly. But there must be a God because it was perfectly designed for this backyard. So I've got to say, most bananas even here, I'm subtropical, but most of the big bananas won't ripen here. They'll occasionally make fruit, but they won't have time to ripen before it gets too cold and they die. But this one had tiny little fruit. And normally if they're small like that and not terribly, cultivated tree, you know what I mean? Not something you put in intentionally. See, this tree was in the yard when she got it. It was just in a good spot, so I left it. It made the best sweet little fruit. Normally they're like plantains. They're very starchy, but not at all. You can cook with them, but you don't necessarily want to eat them raw. These were the softest, sweetest fruit I have ever had on a banana. And my one disappointment is I was waiting for it to pup. I was going to put one of those in my yard, and I never got a chance to do it then. So.
Now, Titan, I have to ask you something.
Okay.
Did you automatically thumbs up this stream?
Yes.
Yes.
Brilliant.
Don't. Big mistake. He's got to earn the thumbs up. You have to set him little tasks. He's got, otherwise he just gets lazy and dies.
Yeah, that's not true at all.
It is.
No, I don't.
Man.
In the dying part, yes, agreed.
Yeah.
I've died a lot, yes.
Actually, I think you did earn it, haven't you? You've earned it.
Oh yes, I have. I've earned your one now, for sure.
I'm going to do it. There you go.
Fantastic.
Number 3. There. Hey.
There are a few channels I'm sub to, and really I'm not even sub to some of them, that I won't give a thumbs up if I watch the stream at all. I mean,
I don't always thumbs up.
Well, I won't do it for modern day debates because I only go there to troll. When they have someone on I don't like, I go there and troll.
Yeah, fair enough.
And let's see. Well, of course, Stephen Shesh, without hesitation.
Wow.
Not that I see.
No, I thumbs them down. I always thumbs them.
Well, that's
still interaction. I don't even give them that.
Yeah. The thing is, if you thumb someone up, that's good, all right. But But if you thumb someone down, that also gives the algorithm extra reason to send people to their screen.
Yes, we all know that. However, if you see 30 thumbs up, 97 thumbs down.
Yeah,
it's like I get a certain pleasure from it, and I like to contribute to that too. Even though, blah 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 interaction. Yeah, I know it's like a vote or something, but no, I like to. Well, it's what I do. It's what I do, and you can't stop me.
Well,
to be honest, I wasn't planning to.
The only time I go to their streams is if someone DMs me and tells me that they're mentioning my name, which for some reason, I should say Tony Design's name, and for some reason Steve just likes to bring it up every once in a while, which is the most bizarre thing, because I would have been such a non-player in the whole NSS thing if he just would have stopped saying my name. But I decided every time he said my name, I was going to punish him. And so far, I've done it every single time. I found a way to annoy him afterwards, and you'd think you'd learn. But...
Oh, Titan/Tony, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to y'all. Happy holidays.
And all that jazz. Happy Boxing Day.
You see, we don't do that here.
Well, we don't do anything either. That's just its name.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but I don't even know what it's supposed to be. But we don't even. It's not a holiday here at all. It's not something anyone even says. I've heard it on. I like British comedy, so I've heard it mentioned, and I'm like, I have no idea what they're saying. So.
La 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 la.
Basically, you give your servants half a day off and tip them a shilling.
Well, now, I've heard that it's a day for the so it was a day for the servants. A lot of times they'd actually be given little gifts, and sometimes even the people the masters of the house would serve them at lunch or something, you know.
Yeah, maybe. Well, yeah, I've heard those things too. Yes, I think also that master or a higher person serving a lower person. I think that's an army tradition. It might be.
Maybe that sounds quite familiar. Yeah.
I don't know if that's boxing, like specifically Boxing Day or a day over Christmas. But yeah, I've heard that sort of role reversal, master servant thing, or higher lower person sort of thing.
See, that sounds fun, but I would think it would be kind of embarrassing for the servant to actually, if anything. Hopefully, it's a great deal of humor, not serious.
Well, I should imagine. Well, I think if you were a paid service, you'd be grateful for the half a day off. Like wow, yes, yeah. You'd look forward to it all year. That's all we had to look forward to back then.
Yeah. The one day.
Oh,
I would have thought they wouldn't want anything to do with them. You know what I mean? It's just like, no, don't serve me. I don't want to see you today, to be honest.
Well, keep in mind, it's still kind of entrenched in y'all's culture to some extent, even though I know it's not as common or whatever. But, we never had that here. I'm in the American South, and we don't talk about our servants, I guess is the word.
Yeah. Swept under the carpet, I think you'll find, Titan.
Not a subject that comes up unless you're really going to get controversial.
Now,
so.
What did I see the other day about that? Oh yeah, that was it. Virginia. In Virginia, they built the Pentagon. Is that right?
Yeah, I think.
Okay, the Pentagon has something like 284 toilets.
Yeah.
Yeah. The reason it has 284 toilets is because they built one for whites and one for blacks right next to each other.
Right.
I haven't heard that before.
Yeah, no, I hadn't either, and I was like, you what? Oh shit, did I put that the right way around?
When I was young now, there were still places that, small rural grocery stores and places like that still had the signs up front that black people could come in, but they had to go around and come in the side door. They couldn't even use the same door to go in and out.
Wow.
And they enforced it. They were serious, yeah.
That's the door Sammy Davis used.
Yeah. Yeah, there are stories about Sammy Davis when he was a member of the Rat Pack. Certain areas of the country when he traveled, he couldn't use the same bathroom or drinking fountain. There were even hotels he couldn't stay in. The rest of them would be in a fancy hotel, and he'd be in some, dive motel a few miles away.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really, America. Having grown up here and being old enough I remember as a small child during what we call the Troubles, which is a different thing everywhere, I guess, but literally riding down Highway 51 to go see my grandparents and having black people throw rocks at the car as we went by. And my father, they were little kids, And my father stopped the car and got out, and my mother was terrified. And he walked right past the little kids and walked up to the door and knocked on it and talked to them for a few minutes. And the man went and grabbed the kids and brought them back in the yard. And he came back to the car and told my mother, I told him, I have children in my car too, and my children will never throw rocks at you or your children, I promise you. I'm raising them different. So I'd appreciate it. And the man didn't even know the kids were out there throwing rocks. And so he grabbed them, and you know, I always thought that was an interesting kind of moment for me, but growing up, because I realized, wow, you know, this is not about hating someone because of their color or whatever. This is a not knowing. My father knew if he walked up there, he was possibly going to get shot, but he did it anyway. He felt it was important that one person know, you know, that he was raising us to be different. So,
Yeah.
but you know, those little kids who threw the rocks then received the beatings of their lives.
well,
Yeah, you know
maybe
it.
so.
Still, a lesson they didn't forget.
Well, you know, my mother has a great story, and keep in mind that my mother is racist. My father wasn't, but my mother was, and
Right.
so my father went to Ole Miss, and you know, when they first got married, he was still in school even, and so my mother was already pregnant with me the last time she went up to visit him, and it just so happened that was the time when the very first black student was allowed at Ole Miss, and they would the guard would. He was surrounded by men with rifles, literally. A guard would march him from class to class because they were so afraid that integration was going to get him shot. And my mother was used to driving a standard car. She had never driven an automatic car before, but my grandfather insisted, my father's father insisted that she take his car because it was more dependable. It was a tank back then, you know. She was going to drive an old truck, and he was afraid it wouldn't make it up there. So she drove just fine until she got on campus and saw the men marching and I can't think of his name to save my life, which was a shame because I know it, but she saw them marching. Well, the problem is, when you're used to having one hand on the wheel and one hand on the shift, when both hands are on the wheel and you crane your neck to look, you shift your shoulders. And so when she turned to look, it looked like she was heading towards them. She started to drift over towards, and she said she couldn't figure out for a second. Of course, she's going like 10 miles an hour on campus, but still. She said she couldn't figure out why they were, you know, starting to reach for their rifles until she realized she was heading right for them. So she said, you almost got born in prison because of, I think, a few more feet and they would have just assumed that I was about to run him over and stomp me. And
Stopped her with force.
It's funny seeing some of the misconceptions about the American South online, though. Some of the things said in streams and in side chats. Like, yeah, it's not like that everywhere, folks. I mean, yeah, Florida's a shithole, and there are areas in Georgia and Tennessee where I wouldn't go, but and I can get away with it, but and I'm mixed, I should mention. You cannot tell to look at me. I look Irish. I mean, I look like a giant leprechaun, but I'm about as mixed race as a person can get. So.
Right, do that. We're gonna need some of this.
Were you following any of the Purple streams? Purple's 36-hour marathon. All right.
Yeah, I was there off and on. I didn't. I couldn't stay for all of them. I mean, I had some things I wanted to do around here, but.
Did you catch the Dallas Wade one?
No, I'm subscribed to Dallas, but I didn't catch any of that one. Why?
Because, well, put it this way, Titan. Have you tried looking at it lately? It's privated. There's a bit of
Oh,
controversy.
what happened?
Well, basically, he started off because you know that community of all those people, they sort of all know each other, blah blah blah. But Dallas was a bit of an outsider, and he started his stream, and he had somebody in there called Taylor, and at first he refused to give out the link. Now, whether he was like just joking or teasing or serious, he didn't give out the link in the chat or the Twitter thing that everybody was sort of connected to. And it's like those streams were all the same people basically going in and out if they could make it or manage and what have you. It was all very equal.
Yeah.
yeah. But he refused, and Stool, famous Stool, took extra exception to this.
Oh dear.
Got in there, basically called Dallas a dick and said he'd kill him. We've got to track him down and kill him. And in that Stool kind of way, and you know, Stool's over here, and Dallas is there's a fucking ocean apart, sort of thing. So, and if you knew Stool, you that was his manner. But of course, he didn't know. Dallas just doesn't know many people of the community or all the people, and he didn't know Stool and what Stool is about, and or realise that that's Stool's way. Because if you did know Stool, you'd know that he wasn't going to do that. But then it became, sort of basically, Stool was in there for about a minute and a half, 2 minutes before he was booted. Before that, sorry, he wrote something in the side chat about, don't you know what the stream is for? It's about helping everybody, or it's not just about you and your mates, or something like that. So when he did come in and say, then threaten to, or not threaten, or made this, I'm going to kill you comment, then he was thrown out, and then none of the usual people were in that stream at all. Yes. And then there were a couple of other nice people in there but basically I didn't hear the stream because I was in a different stream, and we were talking about it and following the chat and saying, what the fuck's going on now? Oh, he's doing this, is he? Ooh. So that's the short version. Basically, it was a bit of left a little bit of a taste in the mouth.
Oh,
yeah.
No,
but apart from that,
I don't really know Stool well. I've kind of gathered his reputation and having seen some of it, but that's pretty extreme. Yeah. So that was the gossip from yesterday, and apart from that, everything went swimmingly and lovely, etc. But I was on the one. I'm sorry.
No, go on.
I was gonna say I was on the one stream and I don't know him at all. This was my first time seeing him. The young man with the face tattoos and the nose ring.
Oh! Hang on, no. Well, that wasn't Staggers and Jags, was it?
I don't know.
No, I can't think of anybody with face tattoos and a nose ring offhand.
Well, he was shirtless, and he was talking about having been a gay porn star, and he said something about I'll stand up, and everyone was like, no, don't stand up, don't stand up. I mean, I thought that was a joke, and a little while later, he went to go get a glass of wine or something. He was right by his kitchen, so you could see. He stood up and walked away, and I mean, it was at no point a porn bombing. Nothing was really, but you could actually tell as he was walking back that he had no pants on. And it was
whose stream was this?
I lost track because I was bouncing. I was trying to bounce in as often as I could, like and chat a little, but I didn't stay long on any of them really. Mainly Diana's, but But yeah, well, when he did that though, and I don't know Stool at all, but Stool's eyes practically bugged out. I almost died laughing because I didn't even catch what Stool was looking at until I saw his look go very intense all of a sudden, and I kind of glanced it around the rest of the screen and realized why.
Oh! Things I've just remembered also in that Dallas Wade one. Who did he let on the panel? Not, as in not the regulars, some nice people, some blah blah blah, but Dick Dawson.
Oh Jesus!
Exactly. Yeah. And Dick Dawson being Dick Dawson-y, and well, basically, I was in this secret off-air stream with Stu and a couple of other people, and it was like, Jesus Christ, who is this person? It's like, oh, Dick Dawson, he's blah blah blah. It's like, yeah, listen, he's a bit of a dick, you know. It's like, fucking hell, this guy's a bit of a dick. I told you that 2 hours ago. Yeah.
The funny thing is, back in the day, one of the people who I had started following, I mean, I think like maybe it was the 2 winters ago, I started kind of finding the community a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I was watching people like Logic and a couple of other people, but didn't understand that I'd never seen a live stream with the side chat at that point. I had no idea. I mean, I was so new to YouTube in some ways. I'd watched things on it, but I had no idea about the communities in it.
Mm-hmm.
And I have no idea what I was going to say. God, I hate this. I'm getting senile.
Dick Dawson, people that you follow.
So I found Simon. I watched a Mortimer video.
Oh yes, I started Mortimer 81. Yes.
Yeah, well, and his Spirit Science series, and I happened to catch the worst history lesson ever, the one where what's his name talks about Jews in space.
Space Jews. Yeah.
Absolutely one of the funniest ones anyway. So I happened to catch it. And it's one of the suggested videos was a Simon Dan video.
Oh, right.
And so, again, I didn't know the Flat Earth movement was a thing until I saw that. And he doesn't just do Flat Earth, so I still follow him. But because I watched him, it brought up the shills. And that may even be how I eventually found the Non Sequitur show. But it brought up the shells, and I watched a little of them and thought, well, these people are just as bad as the Flat Earthers. All they think yelling louder and calling names is an argument, and it's not, you know. And
I pointed out to the Stool and Peter got to go for it, and whoever was else. I was saying, Dawson's fucking idea of an argument is to just say, those shit stains, they're all idiots. You know what I mean? Yeah, fucking hell. Anyway, carry on, sorry.
No, that's okay. I mean, I was going to say, Simon Dan at least is funny and dry and does actual educational content. His Tinfoil Tuesdays and Flat Earth Fridays are part of the, channel, but they're not, Flat Earth is not his whole thing, and he actually does do other stuff and does do some educational content. But I was like, I don't like any of these people, and FTFE was around even then, and of course I can't stand him. And there were several of them, but Dick Dawson was one of the most obnoxious, and it always stuck in my head. And the next thing I knew, I found NSS months later. I had already found much of the rest of the community before I found NSS then, and after the big blow up, the next thing I know, Dick Dawson's on with Steve doing the same thing, Kyle's just a shit. And it's like, well, that's not an argument. That's not a, you're just literally yelling curse words that, I don't understand what the charm is there.
No, me neither.
Well, I keep saying, and in fact, I've made a request to a couple of creators recently to do a show about this. Toxicity is contagious, And again, that's why I don't hang out with the Steve and the anti-Steve and this, that, and the other crowd all that much anymore, because it just gets too toxic. And I mean, I prefer to do my little drive-bys. Steve says my name. I find a way to torture him, but then I leave him alone again. I might not think about him for weeks or months until he does something stupid again. So, it's just, I'd much rather be. Sorry.
Sorry. There's been a split in the EI, Dick Dawson, whatever community as well. There's a sort of Ilya Moon and some Irish girl, and there's basically there's been a split there as well. Or
that's great.
Yeah. Although I think they've got a sort of we won't bother you, you don't bother us sort of agreement, but it leaks out a bit.
Oh my.
Well, and I do have to remember that this is going out over the air as well, so I don't want to say too much. But yeah, there's
nobody ever watches my channel. Don't worry.
Well, Ilya Moon is definitely one of the people who I just will. I mean, if I see her in a side chat, I cringe a little bit after what they tried to pull. Very few people know this, but part of the reason that Nick trusts me, because of course he was told not to. He was still talking to them at the time when I first started hanging around in time, because part of the reason I hung around in time in the first place was because Nick had been on the NSS Discord and got kicked off for a variety of reasons back then. And I was like, well, who is this and why are they, I was still learning who everyone was even. I didn't know who Steve and Kyle were. I was that new to the NSS show. When the shit happened, I'd only been watching it a couple of weeks, maybe, that I was still figuring out who was who. And so I started hanging around the in-time side chats and went on the Discord, and Nick, I could tell, really didn't like or trust me much at first. And they told Nick that I had lost my wrench on modern day debates because I had attacked Ilya Moon. Well, first of all, I never attacked Ilya. And the funny thing was, I had receipts on both of those things on my Discord in my private channel that no one but me can see, precisely because I knew it would come up someday, but I didn't expect it to come up like that. So I was able to DM Nick immediately. I mean, within like 3 minutes, I was DMing him the receipts to show him that they were lying through their teeth about that. I gave up my wrench on MDB very spectacularly while Fight the Flat Earth, FTFE, was producing that day, because
I was watching that stream. I was a mod on that stream when that stream went down.
Yeah, well, there was a lot going on behind the scenes between James and I that I'll probably never talk about in detail, but I will never have anything to do with him. I don't really support the MDB thing anyway, after watching it enough, but he asked me to do something for him and then wouldn't let me do it, and I figured out why later. But the fact is that I gave up my wrench because FTFE was producing. And he was the rogue mod. He was the one hiding people in the NSS side chat and unhiding the trolls, and I'm the one who caught him doing it. And yeah, so he already knew that I was after it. Yeah, and I would have never, he was on my list, but not on, Steve and them get on my to-do list. He was on my if I ever get a chance list. So I was like, oh, this is the perfect opportunity. I can disrupt the side chat, which you'll never see me do again, probably. I mean, it was literally the only time I'll ever, that was so uncharacteristic of me, the way I behaved that day anyway. But there were reasons, again, that had to do with James as well. But it was FTFE, and of course, he not only took my wrench, but hid me just the way he had his wrench taken and got hidden on an NSS. And there was an uproar immediately. People said, unhide Tony, because they all knew me, you know. So it was like, oh, when he gets hidden, everyone rejoices. When I get hidden, everyone, you know, says unhide him. So. But the best part about that was the incident with Ilya Moon, where she baited me for like 5 minutes or 10 minutes in the MDD side chat before I said something back finally, and that's when I attacked her. She kept pinging me, and I finally said something back to her. And that's me attacking a poor defenseless woman. It's like, first of all, if you're a poor defenseless woman, get off the internet. You know, this is not the place for you. That's literally like walking into a combat zone. But second of all, you know, no, when you start the shit and I ignore you for minutes at a time and then I finally answer, that's not attacking you. That's just answering you. But it had happened months later. So they were clearly lying about the sequence there. And they were spinning a narrative, and that actually both finally convinced Nick that I was a reasonably trustworthy person, and that they were lying, that they were spinning narratives. It was one of the nails in the coffin, at least, with that. So, but they shoot themselves in the foot so often, and I give Nick a good bit of credit because he was already moving away from them on his own. He was figuring things out on his own, and he was very unhappy about it, but he was leaving, so...
I'm going to just pause here. I just want to commend Simos on the fantastic job of building this.
Yeah, thank you.
He's just working quietly away in the background. You're doing a sterling job. I'm not quite sure what's happening, but...
Yeah.
Well,
I don't even know what I'm watching, so...
It's fine. That's fine. Yeah, no, I'm enjoying it. I've just almost completed the whole base how I envisioned it to start with, which is pretty cool. I just need a little more planks. And
that's where the that first car was, wasn't it?
yes,
isn't it?
that's right.
Yes,
yeah,
yes,
this
yes.
bit around here. That was my kind
Wow.
of plan, was to originally... In fact, I could actually...
Well,
this.
no, because you'll crash it. One more crash and it's dead.
No.
Well, that
I'm
was
good.
this-
I'm good. What I can do is go and finish this build in here with some metal. I could have built this all in metal, but I thought, well, actually, rather than go and get more planks, why don't I just go like this, like that, get me hammer.
Is this combat, or is it...
Yeah, it can be.
Okay.
It's both, yeah. But there's...
But basically, it's a very tough survival mode.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
pretty hardcore right at the moment. But at the same time, I've now been on 9 days. I haven't died for 7 or something. So there we go.
Bollocks.
Okay.
There we go. So that's finished.
I'm just always afraid to get into these kinds of games because I'm not. Most people who say they're OCD, they're expressing an emotional state. I'm diagnosed OCD. I mean, I am OCD. I'm always afraid that if I start playing, I won't be able to stop. You know.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that play the OCD people that play this game as it goes. Mainly because you can get like really neat and tidy and everything with it, you know. So they find it quite satisfying from that point of view.
Well, I've even thought about playing Minecraft and just like, yeah, if I start doing that, you know bad things are going to happen. I'm going to end up having to build a castle and mine in precise rows.
There we
Have
go.
you got a combination lock for that, or one of those
There we go.
special locks?
Yeah, there it is. It's there already.
Good. No, just.
Yep.
Excellent.
Boosh. So that is completely done. That is... Well, actually, I've got that one more thing to do there, so let's do that.
One more thing.
Yeah, now I've got to go back and get the axe. I think I left it in here. I'm going to need that as well.
Yes, I kind of forgot that this was going out. I was just like chatting away, but then I did scroll down and look at your views, sort of 3,
Yeah,
9, 12,
it's not
4.
a popular channel. And I've got one video which I uploaded. Like, I didn't make it or anything. It's a copied video from the internet on history or something like that. History of farming.
What? Okay.
Yeah, going back to prehistory, whatever,
Oh.
prehistory times, and because you can't get it in most places, and it's so good.
Right.
Right, I mean, it's a brilliant series. It's a 3-part series, and it is absolutely brilliant. But you can't get it because the Australian Broadcasting Corporation doesn't want people to have it, of course. But I uploaded it, got some strikes, uploaded it again, and they've never struck me again.
All right.
So I was like, okay, bonus. And looking around, they strike everybody. So it really is quite a bonus that I've managed to get away with it. But I noticed they copyright struck the other 2 parts, but just not the first one.
Oh.
And the reason is because, and I'd forgotten this, is because I'd put it together. This is the version that I uploaded as the first one. Was a version I put together as what's the word I'm looking for? Like sorry, I've forgotten which tree I cut down. Oh no! Oh, this one here then. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, the version I uploaded by mistake was the wrong version, and it was one that I'd put like this. Somebody had cut it into 15-minute sections, put it in a playlist, and they'd messed up the order. So I actually went back and stitched it back together again in the correct order. But there's a tiny bit missing, and because of that, they haven't. That's why they never struck me again. So I got struck for the other 2, and I took those down, and I've got the first part up. But because nobody else has got it, it's got a shed load of views. I can't remember, maybe 8,000 views or something.
All right.
So, and I keep getting like kids like coming on going, my teacher sent me here to watch this. So, thanks very much, you know. I'm like, yeah, cool. There you go, cool.
I only have one video on my channel, and it's only because I promised everyone if they subscribed to me, I would never post a video. So, I actually there was a young man, and I've actually forgotten his name now, young man, 30s, who was a musician, and he was recovering from a very bad hand injury. I mean, like a burn in a plant, and he wanted to put his music up, but he didn't really want to fool with it on YouTube, and so he said I could use his music.
Oh wow!
And I got Nerdy Rodent to make a one of his things. I don't know what to call them. They're beautiful.
Fractally thing.
His visual things as a background to it, and uploaded it to everyone. Just that way, it featured 2 artists, that actually do something on the internet, unlike me. So it was that's the only thing on mine, and I thought about trying to get to. I think I'm at. Let me see how many subs I've got. I don't even know. I don't care. So
you do.
Likewise.
You know exactly
so
what fake it.
because I'll never do. I'll probably. I say I'll never. You never want to say never. I'll probably never do videos.
Oh no, that's not what you said when you went round touting it. Oh come on, it's my birthday. That
was the joke. Was get me to 100 subs for my birthday. Was the
and
was
I promise, written, the receipts. I promise, I'll never upload another video. That's the exact phrasing.
How do I see how many subs I have? Let's see. I don't even know how to. Oh, 152.
There you go. Oh, thank God for that. I think I'm on 157. I was on 158, I'm sure of it, but some bastard, I'll track them down. Some bastard unsubscribed.
Yeah, I get that as well. And it's like, well, why? What? You know, how can something just unsub? Why? You know, that doesn't make any sense. Oh my god. Oh my god. Loads in there.
What?
I need.
Oh, go on, carry on, Simon.
No. I could die here.
Okay, you concentrate on not dying. I'll concentrate on chatting. What was I going to say? Your Titan, your friend, the one who does the price, the price is cheap, cheaper the price.
Wait, what now?
You know, you had a friend that you wanted people to sub to.
Oh.
Ages ago.
Oh, I know who you're talking about, yeah.
Yeah. I love his stuff. I love his stuff.
Isn't it fun to watch?
It is. I have occasionally it doesn't get many comments, and there was a little. I put a comment in about 3 videos running, and thanks a lot, Spooks. Oh, that's good. That's nice to hear. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I really like his stuff.
Well, I don't want to say too much. Well, we're not going to mention the channel name, but he used to come to my trivia contests, and he actually, his first date that was more or less an official date, he knew her, but with the girl he eventually married was one of my trivia contests. And so afterwards, I sat and talked to them. I usually schmoozed a little afterwards, and I sat and talked to them for a while. I was invited to their wedding, but I missed it. Just, they seemed to kind of settle down, and, I was thinking that kids were in the future and all that, and he had some problems in the past, and I'm not going to go into detail, but he had some further problems apparently, or some that I didn't know about even, and all that. And she ended up leaving. He lost his job over something else at the time, and he had a very tough year that year. And I don't know how he survives. I don't know what he does now. Maybe he's back at the same place, but. At that time, I think he just kind of started doing this to fill the time and to whatever. But it's actually, when I first asked everyone to do that, I was like, yeah, this is probably not something you want to see, but I watch it. I'm still sad. I watch it.
I enjoy it. So, about 2 weeks ago, he did a little. There was a flurry of uploads. I'm sure he did 3 in a couple of weeks, and then you don't hear anything for ages, unless I miss them, of course. Yeah.
That's what he does. He'll do 2 or 3, and sometimes they're just the one about his, as he said, his worst ripoffs was perhaps the funniest one. But talking about the people that had ripped him off,
I don't think I've seen that one.
That one's actually kind of funny to watch, but he's a very nice guy. He's very quirky, and again, I've been to their, I went to their house for barbecues. These are people I know, but I haven't seen him in a while. But he's always been like that. He's always had little collections of interesting things, and I think she didn't get it, but she didn't care. At the time, but I have a feeling he's kind of done a deep dive on that now. So,
oh well, next time you see him, say Spooky says hello.
Sure will.
Well, you can or you can't. You may if you wish or whatever, but yeah.
Oh no, I will, because it'll be fun as hell. Because he does not know to this day. I've never communicated with him. I don't think he even realized. I left a comment on I think that video actually. I don't think he put 2 and 2 together and realized who it was.
Uh-huh.
So So, but right now I'm not leaving. I don't go further than a block from the house except to the grocery store because of COVID. I mean, the girl next door just gave me a pie today. She recovered 2 weeks ago. It's crazy how the people around here are just. I'm seeing a lot more masks, but people still aren't being really as cautious as I am. Put it that way.
Mm-hmm.
Should be. So I'm not going to bars or anything. I mean, I used to go out and have a couple of beers, but I don't guess any bartender in town will know who I am when I go back. But I'll see them eventually. So
I'm just going to go get a cup of tea and some burger, and I'll be right back.
Oh, okie dokie.
Okay, so stay here. By all means, I'm going to leave the stream running because we need to heal,
okay.
and etc. etc. I'll be right back anyway.
No worries, no worries.
Yeah, one of the nice things when I first moved back here after Katrina, there was this is the area that got hardest hit. I mean, a lot of people think Katrina hit New Orleans, but the flooding in New Orleans didn't even start until the next day. It was made worse by Katrina because the waterways were flooded and the emergency services were not organized and all that when the flooding started. But the actual storm damage was right here on the Mississippi coast, and it's everyone knows where Gulfport and Biloxi are, so they got all the press, so to speak.
Right.
Well, they got the press and the money, but they're bigger. That's because they're bigger towns and everyone's heard of them. Well, everyone, a lot of people, and but I'm a little over from them, closer to New Orleans, and this is a series of small towns. And the one I was in was pretty much the one closest to the eye of where the eye came in. I mean, my town was wiped entirely off the map. They had to rebuild every building in that town. That's at least between Highway 90 and the beach. There was not a single structure that was usable after the storm. There were some portions, but nothing you could go live in right away. And so when I moved back, I moved a town over, which is a few miles, and it was a ghost town. Well, when it started picking up a little bit and some bars opened and all that, I got to know some people and all that. It was very nice. It was calm. I could go out and have a couple of beers and walk back home. And if the police saw me, they waved at me. They knew I'd had a couple of beers, but I wasn't driving and I wasn't causing any problems. They knew me, Again, small town, the police all know you. Well, it's gotten big enough now, and there's been a turnover in the police department. No one knows me. The bars have changed. I don't even know half the people anymore. And it's like, I don't go out anyway. It's just not as fun anymore. I liked it better when it was intimate, when it was small and everyone knew it. Before COVID, I was actually thinking of moving to
You've completely cut out for me if you're still talking. Oh.
What now?
You were talking, then you stopped suddenly, and I think there was it was like a Discord thing.
Well, I'm also on a phone, so
yeah. Or coming in, well, yeah. That's why I sort of stopped. Yeah, you were saying you did sort of know everybody, and now you don't, and
yeah, it's just not as much fun anymore because if I go out, I'm going to see some people I know, but the vast majority are going to be tourists or people that have moved here in the meantime, and I don't know any of them. So I liked it better when I was a big fish in a small pond, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. I see.
Well, and of course, I ran the trivia contests, so everywhere I went, and yes, I was called Trivia Tony. So it's, hey, Tony, let me buy you a drink. Yeah, I liked that. So. it'd be funny because I'd walk in and people go, "Ask me a trivia question," and then run off their asses, and so would I, and I couldn't remember any, so I'd make something up. But I'll tell you what's really fun. Speaking of trivia, I know you've probably seen it around. I don't know if I've seen you in the side chat. Well, yeah, I think you were at the last one. That nerd trivia.
Tony,
Yes.
not only was I in the last one, I was in the one before that, and I
Oh,
won
were
a
you?
prize. Yes.
Oh, I didn't remember that. Okay, I may have missed one though. So
No, you were there. You were there too. You were there too. Well, I think you've been in every one that I have. I've been in
okay.
many. I've been in like maybe 2 or 3. Yeah, but yeah, I did win one, and like I contacted the chap, and I said, "Oh, well, that's very nice." It was just like it was some book, it was some book or other about comics or whatever, or a certain character,
Right.
and I just said, "Oh, that's very nice," but just give it to a kid who'd appreciate it. He says, "Are you sure?" I said,
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Plus, I wouldn't appreciate it, kind of benefit, and plus I live in the UK, and the postage would be terrible. Says, "Ooh, good idea." Oh yeah, okay. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I've won prizes several times, and a couple of them I've given to. There was one that I know, Casey, GE's wife.
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
if she wanted it or she wanted it for their child, one or the other. But I said, give that to them. I mean, that's something they could get themselves if they wanted. But I don't need things. I'm heading towards 60 years old and have a house full of literal junk, that I need to get rid of. So, slowly but surely.
Go on.
I say slowly but surely working my way through and saying, I will never use this. I don't need this anymore. Get rid of it, So,
yeah, well, basically, if I'd received that that thing, it would have become one of those items to me. Yeah, it's like, just give it to somebody who'd like it,
Right, when Juan, Wuhan, as they say, was another NSS mod. In fact, he was one of the ones that helped me figure out it was FTFE. But something he said kind of gave the game. He didn't know it, I don't think, at the time. But something he said confirmed something I thought I knew, and that's how I figured it out. But he's a really nice guy, so I went there the first time, and I said, hey, I run trivia contests, so this is going to be great fun for me, and I really do enjoy it, but I have no desire for a prize. I do it for fun and to keep the chat going, and that to me is half the fun, is pretending to be much more competitive than I really am. No, I got there first, and
do you think people actually do Googling?
Oh, yes.
Really?
Oh, I do. Oh, I do. Yeah.
Oh my God! As well. Well, I don't know this. I don't know. Oh, I'm quite happy to attempt a funny answer, and occasionally there might actually be one that I do know. Like there was the Ed Gein. Oh, that's Ed Gein. Excellent.
Well, and part of the point of trivia is to exercise your brain and try to remember. But the problem is that I'm not that kind of nerd, so I don't know comic books and the Marvel movies. There's a chance I'll know something, but I've seen them all at least. But but if it was straight out of the comic book, I'm not going to remember it,
All right, because I was under some sort of impression that they were all really fucking nerdy and actually did know these questions without Googling. I would have never considered Googling it.
No, I'm quite certain that there are at least a couple that could not, even taking into account that sometimes there's a bit of a lag depending on where you are and all that. So some people have a better chance of getting in sooner. there are times when there's no way they had time to Google that and type it in, and they're answering almost before it's, you know, is finished answering or questioning. So I'm quite certain that some of them actually do know a lot of that stuff, but not me. If it were more general trivia stuff, especially the kind of standard stuff, you know, they're almost one of my favorites, and I'm trying to make sure I say it right, is what inventor of a seed planting device name was later a well-known rock band? Right, and I mean, you know, some people know it and some people don't, and you knew it, which is nice, but, you know, I know it because I did the contest for so long. I ran the contest, but, you know, you'll hear that. Every trivia master ever has asked that question at some trivia question at some point, I promise you. It's just not possible to do it forever without asking that question. I used to have little...
SJ went live 1 minute ago. War on Western values, social justice, balls and sheets of clothing. I'll give it to
she has no idea. She's catering to an audience. I don't even think she believes some of that stuff. Now, some of it she does, but...
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if I believed it. All of it. I don't know though.
Were you there a couple of weeks ago when?
I missed. What you said your name? I missed it. Because I don't have. Well, basically, she's a drive-by downvote most of the time. I might pause and listen to a bit and like that, but I don't. She doesn't engage me enough to listen to a whole thing unless. Well, I'd have to be pretty goddamn desperate. I'm not saying those times haven't happened, but they don't happen often.
I would have probably never actually gone on her channel except Nathan Ormond, Digital Gnosis, was on there, and she agreed to come on his Discord, and she had never been on Discord before, and I was the only mod that she was asking questions, so I helped her out because. I mean, that's one of those. I'm helping Nathan, so I have to be friendly. You know, it's like you can't. No, I'm not going to help you. I hate you. So,
you child mutilating bitch.
Yeah, you know, you horrible, horrible person, you. So she kind of, and I don't think she put 2 and 2 together right away when I changed names either, because most people didn't. But when she had Godless Girl on, I went on and she said my name on that show, and Godless Girl's eyes got wide, which was hilarious because I think she knew that it was the same person, and Godless Girl knows I don't like her, so and that's not even personal. I just don't like her. I mean, everything I've ever seen about her is objectionable. So everything she's ever seen her do. So she said it on that one, and Godless Girl's eyes got wide, and SJ said something like, "Oh, I just heard that," you know, after she said it. And so months go by, and I went the other. I don't even remember why I was on that particular stream. I'm not sure why I chose that one to watch that day. But I said something in the side chat, and wasn't even trying to get noticed. Honestly, was just chatting with a couple of people. And at the end, she said, "Oh, well, let me say thank you to all the people who came in the side chat." And she started reading off some of the names that came to mind. And after she said it, she actually blushed and said, "I can't believe I said that." It made me so happy. I love having the most trollish name on YouTube.
Did you? Well. Did you think of that yourself, or did you get it off somebody, or somebody use it, or did you one day?
There was a meme that, and I don't think it was anything but the picture of the ship itself, but it was like registered in Korea.
Oh yeah. Oh yes. I posted that picture. I think. Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, so, yeah, and so the assumption being kind of that that's the name of their ship, and their language doesn't have, of course, the same sound when you say it, and but being written in English on the side was hilarious. And I'd made the joke several times in the past about, you know, when you all come to visit, you know, like inside chats, when you all come to visit, I'll take you out on my ship, the SS Titan Uranus. So that was actually, here's the fun part about that. That was my troll name. That was my sock name that I would go on Steve chats with. And I can't tell you how many times I chatted with Chesh in side chats, and she had no idea it was me at first. Now, later on, I'm sure she figured it out. But I actually got her my last time with her because she said my name. The last time I actually had to, went after her, I went in, and it was when, Atheist Pastor.
Yeah.
Chris was on there doing that political thing. And in the side chat, I said, this guy is so conservative, and he's not American. He's misrepresenting the Constitution. You really need to get someone. You really need to get someone more liberal, just as a counterpoint. You know, a true progressive. And she came back and said, who could we? And I mean, in other words, I was being disingenuous as hell. And not expecting it to work, and she actually came back and she said, who do we know that's a progressive liberal, Titan? And I was like, okay, I just, on the one hand, I've blown my cover, I'm sure now, but at the same time, so worth it to get her to say it in a side chat and take a screenshot and send it to Ethan. It's like, I made Chesh say your name.
Okay, I'm kind of back. Sorry, dude.
Are you?
Yeah, kind of back. I'm just going to...
Yeah.
I think I'm just going to log off for a little while as well in terms of end the stream. So, there we go. Thank you very